Hello guys, this is Momo Dinjai. You can call me Momo and Mission FX, and we're gonna run through some chart analysis. All right, firstly we're gonna start with the XAU USD, which is the gold versus the USD, and I'm gonna show you guys a trade that I'm in right now. It's a buy on a divergence plus Elliott waves, and I'm gonna show you guys how I got in it and the analysis I took. All right, I'm gonna draw a Elliott wave pattern right here, and you can see the consolidation over here. The chart was consolidating and did a big pull down here, which is wave 1, pull back up a little bit, wave 2, came back down, wave 3, and retested again, wave 4, and it came back here on wave 5, and it did a divergence right here. I'm gonna draw that out too. Did a divergence, look at that line, pretty nice right here. And I'm gonna draw it on the RSI as well. Right here, you guys can see that's a pretty nice divergence, isn't it? Pretty nice divergence, yeah. So basically this is a perfect trade. It was consolidating on the daily, did a nice Elliott wave pattern and divergence on wave 5, and it's a daily chart, so this will go up for a lot of pips. Basically, I stacked on this twice. It could do another it could do a stop hunt, come back down, maybe I don't know, depend, maybe 80 pips, 100 pips, whatever, and I'll stack on when it does a stop hunt too, and I'll probably get out on the first two, probably around wave 3 probably, or maybe a little bit less than that, and the last one I'll probably put a stop loss on it, just to keep risk at a minimum, let that ride out for maybe 500 pips or whatever, or you can do whatever. You can stack 5 times if you want, or do whatever you want. Okay, that's what it is for the gold USD. I'm gonna show you guys some previous trades I got into last week and a week before that, and I'm gonna show you guys the USD ZAR. Got in that on a daily trade as well, and I'm gonna show you guys. All right, so this is the daily chart too, and it's been going up for a long ass time. See, it's ranging right here, broke the range, consolidated a little bit and broke it off. Really big pip movements over here. Maybe like how much is this? I don't know, maybe 1,000 pip movement or whatever. Yeah, about 1,000. Then it did a nice divergence over here. Draw it out. Nice. This was my entry right here, right at the tip, and I'm gonna show you guys how I made that perfect entry in a little bit. So this is the divergence. You can see it. It's a higher high on the price action and a lower high on the RSI, and yeah, and this is the daily, and I stacked on this 3 times. The first two, I'm out of it, made about $300 just on the first two, or maybe more than $300, and I'm in it for the highest one I got into, the highest stack. And right now it came all the way down here. It's about $500 of profit. It's a lot. It's a lot of pip movement. All right, I'm gonna show you guys how to get in on a perfect entry. So this is the daily. It did divergence on the daily, but if you want a perfect entry, you'd go in lower time frames to see when to enter perfectly, because you will have little or no drawdown. So let me see if I can find the entry. This is the minute 15. Let me zoom out a little bit. Don't worry, guys. Everything's fine. 15. Actually, no. Let's go to hour 1. That's better. Instead of minute 15. Alright, hour 1. Exactly. You can see an entry right here. Right here. So right here, you can see a nice divergence. A big candle. Really, this is just one candle, one super fast candle, but price all the way up here, and then the RSI is only it was basically flat on the RSI. It's basically flat on the RSI, so still counts as a divergence because you started off with a daily. On the daily did a nice divergence, big pull up on just one fast candle. Same thing on hour 1, and this is exactly where I got it. And it was also a nice one on minute 30. Let me show you guys. Minute 30 as well. See, perfect on mini 30 as well. Big fast candle, but price all the way up, and it's flat on the RSI. So that was a perfect entry on the USAR. And now I'm gonna show you guys another pair. This one bought a this one I had a lot of drawdown, but this is a perfect entry still. A lot of drawdown, but the last stack, but it eventually everything came back in profit. Every single stack I did. All right, I'm gonna show you guys. I got in this on hour 4 time frame. All right. So basically, this is, let me show you guys. My very first entry was let me see if I can find it right here. I think this was my very first entry. Very first entry. Let me draw it out. It was a nice divergence. It's been going up on the hour 4 for a long ass time. So you consolidate here, pull up, and just pulling up for a long time, long ass pull up, and did a divergence. Let me draw it out. You can see it right here. Nice divergence. You can see just one long candle bought price all the way up here. It's one fast candle bought price all the way up here. And I'm gonna show you guys how it is on the RSI. You can see it's flat on the RSI. It's completely flat. So I got in here and this came down a lot. This is like let's see, about 100 pips or so, or more than 100 pips. You could get out of that. Make $100 or whatever. I stayed in it, stacked twice, and one of them I did got it out of it. I made about $100. The other one I stayed in it, but it came back up, retested. You can stack here again. It came back down, around here, about 50 pips over 50 pips, make some money. But this thing continued to go up. Continued to go all the way up, kept on doing multiple divergences, like right here, did another divergence. Let me draw it out here to here. You can see it on the RSI, here to here. Came back down, kept on going back up, and the thing is, on the hour 4, it's still on near the 75 mark. Still super near the 75 mark. Kept on going up, and there's another perfect entry where I actually missed the entry. It's right here. It's on the hour 1. Kept on going up. This is the ultimate perfect entry because it's been doing multiple divergences, and it's doing a lot of stop runs. And it did this right here. Let me show you guys. Perfect entry right here. Look at this movement. This is just one super fast candle all the way up here. It's like twice the length of the very first close. Came all the way up here. You can see it on the RSI. This is a super nice divergence. Perfect entry right here. If you got in here, came all the way down here. This is about like 200, 300 pips, probably even more. And even right now, it's trying to retest again. On the daily, if you look at it right now, let me see if I can zoom in. Let me zoom in. Let me show you guys. All right, see on the daily, it did it's trying to pull back up right here. Started here, going all the way here, around this area-ish. Under the RSI, it's super steep. So a perfect entry would be if this comes all the way, up here. So that'll be a very nice entry. Sorry. This comes all the way up here would be a very nice entry. But still, you can even get in right now. It could be some drawdown. Based on my analysis, could be some drawdown, or it could keep going down because it's been doing divergence on hour 4 for a long time. It's been multiple divergences, and it's been going up for a super long time as well. You can see on the daily, it's been going. This is a lot of pip movement. This, like all the way here, This is a lot of pip movement from here all the way here. This is a lot of pip movement, like whole tons of pip. So let's look at another pair, another trade I did last week as well. This is the US peso, which is a very volatile pair, and the swap is pretty heavy. So you should be careful on those trades. pretty heavy swap. I'll show you guys the trade I got into. Here. Okay, this was a nice entry on the hour 4 divergence plus and minute 1. Another thing I'll state, guys, when you get in higher time frame divergences, make sure you find like a make sure you scope inwards, you know. Look at like hour 1, minute 30, minute 15, minute 5 until minute 1 and see if you can find a perfect minute 1 divergences or minute 5 or minute 15 simultaneously, you know. Those will be the perfect entries, like right here on this hour 4 in the US Mexican dollar. Let me show you. There's a divergence right here. You know, right here. I got it right here with this wick. You know, this is divergence. You know, made a lower low and a higher low here. Very nice entry. You know. Yeah, so I got in here. It was an hour 4 divergence, but it was also a minute 1 divergence. I don't know if I can find that minute 1 divergence as well. Let me just try, because you know minute 1 is tiny. I don't know. Could be this one. Yeah. Yeah, could be this one. I'm not entirely sure, but there was a perfect minute 1 divergence that I got into. Could be one of these here. Yeah, probably this one. Yeah, minute 1 it did like, you know, it's multiple divergences. Like basically just kept on diverging all the way, like from here to here, kept on diverging again and again. You see all those lower lows compared to the RSI, they're higher lows. You know, it's been doing lower lows here and it's been higher lows here. Let me draw it on the RSI so you guys can see better. See, it's been going all the way down, going all the way up, and this is simultaneously right now. It's doing an hour 4 divergence. That's where I got in. What's up, Vic?
Hey, what's up, man?
It's good.
How's your video going?
It's going good, girl. Going good. You guys enjoying it? Nice. Alright. Yeah, so basically those were some of the entries I got into last week. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching, and you guys have a good one.